Hey, what's going on, guys? XcLuSiVe here, and today, a little bit of a new setting, but I wanted to talk to you all about Call of Duty Ghosts. So, if you guys missed the COD Ghosts multiplayer reveal, it actually literally just ended when I'm recording this. It ended at around 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They released a whole bunch of new information about the multiplayer. You guys got to see it hands-on. You got to see players even play the game hands-on. They had CODcasters there that were actually shoutcasting the event. So it was really cool. It was a great thing to watch. And if you guys haven't checked it out, if there's a VOD, I will link it in the description. But today, this video is for all you guys that missed the reveal, stream or just want to talk about it. So I'm going to give you guys a whole bunch of information on Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer. I have a whole bunch of stuff written down on my computer that I'm just going to talk about. This video could be very long, could be short. I don't know yet. We're going to find out. But yeah, so if you guys missed the reveal, this will give you guys everything you missed. And if you guys already saw it but you want to talk about some of the things, give your opinions, be sure to leave a comment at any point during this video. And hopefully we can all talk about it. So jumping right into the first thing I've got written down is character customization. So normally with Call of Duty, right, all you can do is create your class, and you're kind of just thrown into the game as kind of a random character, right? Your character, you didn't actually create how he looks. In this game, you're going to be able to completely customize your character. So you're going to be able to pick what he's wearing, what like I'm sure there's going to be like face paint. Well, just you're going to literally be able to customize everything about your character, and it says there's over 20,000 combinations that you're going to be able to choose from. So that's going to be really cool. And there's also female characters that you're going to be able to pick. So for the first time in a Call of Duty, you're going to be able to play as a female if you want to. So I know a lot of the girls out there that want to do that, that have been wanting to do that, haven't been able to. So now's going to be your chance to play as a female. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's the first time we've seen that in Call of Duty in general, and it's going to be definitely a cool thing to add. Another really big thing that I look for coming into any new Call of Duty is the maps, right? I think the maps are really, really important when it comes to a game. They're not going to make or break the game because you can kind of deal with it, but maps are huge. It's going to be a huge impact on how the game is played and how the game is received. So with this game, they really took like dynamic maps to a whole nother element. So if you guys don't know what dynamic map means, dynamic map means, is that what I just said? If you guys don't know what dynamic maps are, pretty much think back in Black Ops 1 with, I don't remember what the map was called, but where the rocket would launch, or think in Black Ops 2 with the map Magma, how the lava is supposed to flow. Those are dynamic map elements, so things that are going to change in-game in real time that are going to affect the way you play is what dynamic maps are. So pretty much in this game, they really took that to a whole new level. So the dynamic maps are not just a rocket launching at some point during the game. The dynamic maps are literally like the players will be able to affect how the game is played based on changing some of these dynamic map elements. So if there's a huge log pile that you're able to knock down and block a whole pathway to the map, it's going to change the way the game is played. It's going to change the way the map is played, and it's going to completely change up the pace. So the dynamic maps, they really took it to a whole new level, and it's kind of impacted all by the players. So the players are going to be able to change the map in real time while they're playing and affect the way the game is played. So that's going to be pretty cool. That's kind of like I don't know, I'm a little iffy about it because dynamic maps are not always the great thing. As you know, when the rocket was launching on that Black Ops 1 map, the whole map would shake, and it just wasn't, I don't know. Sometimes dynamic maps are not the greatest, and sometimes they don't really change anything about the game. So hopefully these dynamic map elements that they added into COD Ghosts are not going to kind of hurt the game in any way. So we'll have to see how that goes. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think of that. And yeah, so dynamic maps, really, really big in COD Ghosts. Weapons. There's over 30 new weapons that they added into this game. And after watching the reveal, the weapons look great. There's recoil on all the weapons, obviously, right? The guns are not going to be like an ACR in Modern Warfare 2. I don't think we're ever going to see that again. But the guns look really good. You watch some games and take Black Ops 1, for example. You look at some games and the weapons, you're just like, oh man, what do we even, I don't know what to use. Like, these guns aren't anything that good. But looking at COD Ghosts, there's 30 new weapons, and almost all of them look good. Obviously, there are going to be some that are not good. They have an entire new marksman rifle kind of like gun set that you can use, and it's basically either you can use them as semi-automatic snipers, or you can use them with no scope, and kind of they're like 1 or 2 shot rifle kills. So it's going to be pretty cool. A lot of new weapons being implemented into the game that I think you guys are all going to enjoy. So if you guys caught any of the weapons in the reveal, let me know what you guys think, and let me know what your favorite is. If you guys saw it in the trailer or saw it in the the actual multiplayer reveal, you want to tell me what your favorite weapon was that you saw. Female characters, we covered that. One of the little things they said was that they redid the way the guns sound, look, and feel. So this is going to be basically an entire new game. I mean, some games you can kind of compare to like maybe Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty 4, or you can compare it to Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2. But this game I think is really its own game with the next gen graphics and the next gen feel to this entire game. It's different. It's completely different from any other game you've played. And that's going to be really cool because it's, we've always been used to kind of just piggybacking off other games and kind of just improving them as you go. This literally looks like it's an entire new game, so this will be fun. Oh, perks. This was actually really big. They had 35 perks that you could choose from, and I'm not saying there's 3 sets of perks, and sorry, I'm not saying there's only 3 perks you can choose out of 35. You can literally, it's kind of like a created class system where you can pick more perks if you want to play like that. You can choose to use less perks. It's all that kind of stuff. So there's over 35 perks. I think there was 5 different categories, and what is that, 7 per each. So there's a lot of things you guys can choose from, and it's going to add a lot of new gameplay mechanics to this game, which I think is going to be pretty cool. Kill streaks, yeah, they obviously, I mean, every game obviously adds new kill streaks, but this game, they really focused on less air kill streaks, so you're not going to see as many choppers and VTOL warships. You're not going to see shit flying all over the place, just absolutely dominating the map. You guys are going to see more kind of on-the-ground kill streaks, so they actually changed up the UAV. The UAV is now a thing that you can, it's not going to be a drone that flies around in the air. It's going to be something that you can place in the map, you can hide it, and it's going to give you a UAV. So they really took a lot of the air kill streaks, and they didn't focus as much on those, so there's not as many of those, but there are going to be more on the ground kill streaks. So that's a good or bad thing. Depends on how you play, depends on what gets on your nerves the most, but I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm tired of walking around and getting just absolutely just dominated by a helicopter that you can't even shoot down. So it'll be fun. I think that the kill streaks are going to be a really big piece of this game, a really big piece of the game that they changed compared to other CODs. But strike packages, if you guys remember, in Modern Warfare 3 you had the Assault, the Support, and the Specialist, and the Specialist was huge. It was actually my personal favorite. That really kept that game going for me, was the Specialist package, but they brought those back. So strike packages are back with the Assault, Support, and Specialist, same as before. I'm not sure if there's a Moab kind of style thing at the end of the Specialist bonus. I have no idea, but it's going to be a similar thing. So that's really cool. So if you guys like the Specialist bonus in Modern Warfare 3, that's going to be coming into Call of Duty Ghosts. So that'll be really fun. I'm actually really looking forward to that, and yeah, that'll be cool. They took death streaks out, so that's obviously really important. You're not going to see people running around with painkiller like they're high out of their mind and they can't be stopped by anyone. You're not going to see that. There are no death streaks in Call of Duty Ghosts. Prestiges. Prestige is a thing, a piece of Call of Duty that people either never do or do every single game, and they try and get all the way to the top prestige. Pretty much in this game, they gave you even more of an incentive to prestige. Basically, with this game, there are 10 prestiges, and once you reach a certain amount of XP with your character or your soldier that you've created, it's going to automatically prestige them. But you will not lose anything. So you're not going to lose all your guns, you're not going to lose all your attachments, you're not going to have to start from level 1. Actually, I don't even know if you have to start from level 1. I don't want to be talking out of my ass like I know what I'm talking about, but you will not lose anything when you prestige. That's all I know, and there are 10 prestiges. So if you guys didn't want to prestige before because you didn't want to lose all your stuff and it was going to be too difficult to climb back into the game, you won't have to worry about that now. So you won't lose anything when you prestige, and there are only 10 prestiges. So so that'll be really cool. I'm actually really happy about that. A lot of people, before the stream started up, I asked everybody what you guys wanted me to look out for, what you guys were personally looking out for when watching the reveal. And a lot of people said knifing, and I want to tell you guys the knifing does work. It's not broken like Black Ops 2. You're not going to try and knife and just completely lunge and miss like your guys got Parkinson's. You're going to be completely fine. Knifing works, and it looks pretty effective like every other game. So panic knifing is probably going to be back, but at the same time, that's not always a bad thing if you compare it to Black Ops 2 where you literally can't knife at all. So I think it'll be fun. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. People that don't like panic knifing, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. But the knifing definitely does work, so that's good. They added a whole new game mode called Search and Rescue, and pretty much they're playing off Search and Destroy. So you guys know what Search and Destroy is. It's 4 or 6 rounds. I don't even know what it is. And I think Black Ops 2, it's 4 rounds in public and 6 rounds in like league play and competitive matches. But it's one life per round. So if you die, you're out for the round. Pretty much in this game called Search and Rescue, if you die, you're going to drop a dog tag, and if your team picks it up, they can actually revive you and throw you right back into the round. And if an enemy picks up your tag, you are going to be out for that entire round. So it's kind of playing off search and destroy. It's adding a whole new element to the game. So, you know, when you're in a 1 versus 4 situation, if you can move around the map and pick up one of your teammates' tags, they'll get thrown right back into the game, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-4, and the whole game changes. So that'll be really, really cool. I think the search and rescue mode is going to really add a whole new, literally an entire new look on search and destroy. It's a very big fan favorite for the more competitive players. So so that'll be really cool. That'll be definitely really cool. Search and rescue, be sure to look out for that in COD Ghosts. Back to the kind of create a soldier aspect that they did to this game, where you can really customize your soldier. You can create up to 10 of them. So you're not only going to be, you know, customizing one character and it's your only character, you know, one set of classes, all that kind of stuff. You have 10 characters that you can create and that you can customize fully to let you experience the game the best way you want to with your own characters. Now this piece of information was a huge... I was kind of mind blown about when I heard this, but the AI are going to act like real players. So what I mean, I'm not saying they're just going to be smarter, right? People say that all the time, and that's kind of dumb. They're not going to literally just be smarter. They're going to be drop shotting. They're going to be jump shotting. They're going to be head glitching corners. They're going to be, you know, peeking around corners. They are going to play like real players. So for all you guys that hate the players that drop shot and you know, jump shot and all that kind of stuff, the AI are going to act like real players. So you're going to be, you know, facing an AI, and he's going to jump shot you around the corner, and that's going to happen. So I think that's really, really cool. That's either going to be good or bad, but, you know, we'll have to wait and find out. I think it's going to be a cool new element to the game because, you know, previously the AI were absolutely horrible. So, you know, now with them drop shotting and jump shotting and doing all the things that real players do, it's going to be a lot more difficult to take them down. So I think it'll be cool. One of the main things that I look for when I look for a new Call of Duty game is the pace, right? If you look at Modern Warfare 3 or Call of Duty 4, the pace of the game is pretty fast, right? Even Black Ops 2, it's a very fast-paced game. If you look at like Modern Warfare 2 or you look at Black Ops 1, the game moved a lot slower. Like the game wasn't as you would like lose momentum when you really did anything. So the game was very slow. This game is fast, so you guys don't have to worry about that. I know people like the slow pace of the game and people like the fast pace of the game for, like, you know, the more kind of rushing style play styles, but yeah, so this game is going to be very fast-paced. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I like the fast-paced games way more than the slow-paced games because you can always lower your sensitivity on the fast-paced games, and slow-paced is just always going to be slow-paced. There's not much you can really do to change that. They added a whole new kind of, how do I even explain this? Pretty much, if you think of like a Gears of War style game, actually, I don't even think you can do this in Gears of War. I'm trying to think of a game that this actually would work for. Maybe The Last of Us, I'm not really sure. But they added a whole new way your character moves in the game. So pretty much they added a kind of lean system where you can lean around corners seamlessly with no extra buttons you have to click. You can lean around corners and use that as cover while you take on your opponent. You can knee slide is what they call it, and pretty much you can literally slide on your knees around corners. You can slide on your knees into cover. So that's going to be really cool. There's no dolphin dive or anything like that, so adding kind of like a sliding effect is almost like a transition into a drop shot or just trying to take cover to save your life. So I think it'll be really cool. And they also have a mantling system where you're hopping over things. Obviously, they've had that in previous games. But with all of those things I just mentioned, you will not lose any momentum. So you're going to be able to remain full momentum going into a slide or leaning around the corner or hurdling over a wall. You're not going to have to wait for your gun to come back up. And it takes really slow and it gets you killed. You're not going to have to worry about anything like that. You will not lose momentum when transitioning in the game around the map. So that'll be really cool. Another thing they talked about with kind of audio, there's two things they talked about. One, the audio is going to be a lot more realistic. So, before when you would shoot a weapon, right, wherever you shot it, it would sound the same. In this game, if you are in, let's say, like a map like Cargo for Black Ops 2, where there's a whole bunch of, metal crates, if you were to shoot a gun there, it's going to sound a lot different than if you were going to shoot a gun in, like, a small little playroom, you know what I mean, with a carpet. It's going to sound completely different, so that'll be pretty cool. There's probably going to be echoing noises around whatever's around you, and it's really going to change the way the game sounds, so that'll be really cool. And another thing they talked about was battle chatter. If you don't know what battle chatter is, it's basically where your character will, I'm trying to think of an example, your character will just yell grenade when he throws a grenade, right? That happens in previous CODs. In this game, they added locational battle chatter. What that means is basically your character will yell, instead of yelling grenade or anything like that, he'll yell like, what's an example? He'll yell like, you know, opponent taking cover under the bridge, something like that. And it's actually going to help you pinpoint where your enemies are based on the locational battle chatters that your character is just going to randomly yell in the game. It's going to be based off where your opponents are. So that's going to be really cool. It's going to be a new way to find them. And it's going to kind of add a whole new element, because if your character just randomly yells, you know, where the opponents are, if he yells behind you, that kind of thing, you're going to, you know, it's going to change the pace of the game. So that'd be pretty cool. For all you competitive players out there, like myself, well, like I used to be. Now I kind of just play game battles, but esports is 100% supported. So they're bringing back Call of Duty Championships. You guys are going to see that in 2014, as well as Call of Duty Ghosts on the MLG Pro Circuit in 2014. Both of those are already confirmed. So esports for Call of Duty is going to continue to prevail in 2014. So that's really cool. I'm a big supporter of esports, and to see it come back or to see it continue in 2014 with Call of Duty Ghosts is really, really good. So for all you competitive players out there, you have nothing to worry about. The game is already supported and is already confirmed on the circuit next year. Another thing, just a couple quick things I look for when I look for a new COD is grenades. Right, if you guys look at Black Ops 1, grenades were pretty horrible. Like, at least Semtex grenades, I'll use that as an example. Semtex grenades, literally, it could land right next to you and it wouldn't even hurt you. So, but in this game, grenades do not look weak. They look like they're pretty strong. They're not overpowered, but they look like they're gonna do what they're supposed to. So, that's just a little thing I look for. I don't know if you guys look for that in the game. You probably don't, but figured I'd let you guys know and include it in here anyway. Another thing I thought was pretty cool is that mobile devices were 100% linked with your in-game Call of Duty Ghosts. So pretty much, from your phone, you could potentially change your classes, you know, from your phone, and it would literally, it's directly linked with your in-game account. So if you were to log on after changing your classes on your phone, your classes will be changed when you log on to the Xbox or PS3. So that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. I've never really been a big, you know, fan of mobile support, and you can really take the game anywhere. I don't really care about that, but I think the fact that you could like change your classes or really customize the way you play the game just from your phone, and it's linked directly into the game, I think that's really cool. So that's something to keep in mind. The last little thing I've written down is there's going to be 4 DLC packs, but you are also going to be able to buy a season pass as always, so that's going to be coming back. So for the 4 DLC packs, if you guys are into the DLCs, they said they're going to be working just as hard on them as they did working on the main maps in the game, so I think that'll be pretty cool. If you guys want to pick all those up, just be sure to pick up a season pass for Call of Duty Ghosts. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's all the info I had written down that I wanted to mention to you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to stay tuned on my channel for a whole bunch of Call of Duty Ghosts content, and obviously twice that amount of content come November 5th when the game comes out for Xbox 360. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been XcLuSiVe, and I'll catch you guys later.